Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, we're tackling a tricky situation. What do you do if you need to remove an ignition switch but you don't have the key? This is a common problem, especially with older vehicles or if keys get lost. Now, let me be clear. This video is for informational purposes only. I am not condoning theft or any illegal activity. This information should only be used on vehicles you own or have explicit permission to work on. Okay, let's get started. 1. First, disconnect the battery. This is a crucial safety step. It prevents any accidental electrical shorts while you're working. Locate the negative terminal on your car battery. Use a wrench to loosen the nut. Then, carefully remove the cable from the terminal. Tuck it away so it doesn't accidentally reconnect. Safety first. 2. Next, gain access to the ignition switch. This usually involves removing the plastic trim around the steering column. Look for screws holding the trim pieces together. Use a screwdriver to remove them. You might need different types of screwdrivers for different screws. Once the screws are out, carefully pry the trim pieces apart. Be gentle. You don't want to break any plastic. 3. Now, examine the ignition switch itself. You'll see wires connected to it. You'll also see a metal ring or bezel surrounding the switch. This is often secured with small screws or retaining clips. Locate these screws or clips. Use the appropriate tool to remove them. Sometimes, these are security screws. You might need special bits to remove them. 4. If the retaining ring is removed, the ignition switch is sometimes held in place by a simple friction fit. Try gently wiggling the switch back and forth while pulling it out. It might be stiff. Be patient. If it's not budging, there may be another hidden fastener. Look closely for any other screws or clips you might have missed. 5. Another method involves using a slide hammer. This tool can apply force to pull the switch out. Attach the slide hammer to the ignition switch. Then, use the slide hammer to pull the switch out of the steering column. This method can be effective, but be careful not to damage the surrounding components. Consider this only if other methods fail. 6. As a last resort, you could try drilling out the ignition switch. This is a destructive method. Only use it if you absolutely have to. Use a drill bit slightly smaller than the diameter of the ignition switch cylinder. Carefully drill into the center of the cylinder. Be careful not to drill too deep. You don't want to damage the steering column. Once you've drilled through the cylinder, you should be able to remove the switch. Remember, this method will destroy the ignition switch. 7. Finally, remember to document the wiring. Before completely removing the switch, take pictures of the wiring connections. This will help you reconnect the new switch correctly. Label the wires if necessary. This will save you a lot of headaches later. Removing an ignition switch without a key can be challenging. Always prioritize safety and be careful not to damage your vehicle. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you found it informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more helpful car tips and tricks. See you in the next one.